All right, so what's poppin', Big Headed fam? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Gotti and Beezy Show. It's your boy, Big Gotti.
It's your boy, Beezy Mac, and the handicap assassin.
Yes, sir. I hope everybody been having a motivated day and y'all been staying blessed out there.
Facts.
Now, Beezy, jump into that news forum. Let them know what's been jumping off this week, man.
And we going to get right to it. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Off top, P.
So we're going to kick it off with your boy Antonio Brown, man. Former wide receiver let off shots at Adin Ross's boxing event this past weekend. What you know about that, man?
Man, at first I thought he really was about to get robbed for his chain, and then it comes out that he owes the guy $186,000 from a lawsuit stemming from 2001 at the Floyd Mayweather fight.
Sheesh.
So basically they all had a hotel together, and his cousin, Antonio Brown's cousin, basically runs off with the guy's chain. So the dude says, hey, bring my chain back. So Antonio Brown basically can't get a hold of his cousin. So Antonio Brown gives him a little bit of jewelry to hold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, collateral.
Just a little collateral. Basically, after Antonio Brown did that, he called the police on dude and said he ran off with his jewelry.
Yeah, that's some snake shit right there.
Yeah, so when he got back, he was like, when he got back to the United States, basically he was like, hey, I'm going to put in a lawsuit against you. You know what I mean? I need my chain back. I need my money. And he lost the judgment for $186,000. So when dude seen Antonio Brown and Antonio Brown seen him, they went crazy on each other. Yeah.
And that's the part that we seen on the video. Like, there's a reason why they were trying to get him and get at him. So, yeah, he wasn't getting none of his chain snatched. But the things like the people in your entourage do, you know what I'm saying, it comes back to you for sure. So it's like you got to watch who you have around you. And he was probably on some shady stuff too, so he knew what was going on. That's why he sent him the jewelry back. Like, yeah. So yeah, it don't
gave him a little
sense.
bit of collateral.
Yeah, to try to keep him off his back. But yeah, it's just a matter of time.
But Antonio Brown, he's always been doing shady things like this to people for a while. Know, he has a lot of different lawsuits and basically
streamers, everybody. Yeah,
basically at this point he's filed for bankruptcy. You know.
And there you go, right there. That's why he's been crashing out and trying to be on everybody's podcast, everybody's stream. Like, yeah, he's trying
to figure out any way out of his financial problems that basically he created on himself. Because
and I think this is a good look, going viral. You know what I'm saying, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, and if you didn't have this type of behavior, then you wouldn't have to be, filing bankruptcy. You wouldn't be broke. But it seems like he's done a lot of things to women. He's done a lot of things to males.
Yeah.
So I mean, shooting that gun at that dude when you know you owed him, it's probably gonna put him in jail though. Because I don't see how the police gonna let that go.
Burned a lot of bridges and he kicked the security guards. Like, he could have hurt a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? The bullets could have hit somebody else, and there was a lot of people around. So yeah.
And dude kept it solid. Basically, when the police came, he left. You know what I mean? So he didn't give a statement. Antonio Brown gave a statement. So basically, the dude was like, after y'all think I'm trying to rob his chain, now I got to give a statement. And he was like, I'm not trying to look like a snitch or nothing like that, but I have to do what I have to do since he wanted to tell on me. And I kind of understand where the Muslim dude's coming from in that aspect.
Nah, but best of luck to him because he's been on a crash out mission trying to keep himself relevant, and none of it's working out for sure.
Yeah, and dude said that chain was fake anyways. There was nothing but moistenites in there. So
no, they like them moistenites nowadays. Like, they like to get over and get off on people, and this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? You fake it, and it all catches up into you.
But basically, he didn't try to snatch it, so that is what it is. Antonio Brown got to face the consequences of shooting at him for owing him.
Like you said, that's karma. All the burnt bridges he burned, you know what I'm saying, and people he done ran off on, and connections he messed up, like you said, it's karma for sure.
Facts, P. That's facts.
Well, best of luck to him in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, Antonio Brown don't get too much. You can get a year for discharging the firearm, but if he pointed at him and he really shot it, he can get up to 5 years. So we gonna see how it goes.
There's a lot of cases, so they're probably going to throw this on the pack, on the the pile of cases he got going right now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, Good best of luck, man. Yeah.
I don't wish jail on nobody, man.
Nah, for sure. But you got to have, consequences for your actions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're going to keep it rolling with your boy Orlando Brown, man.
Okay.
So a lot of people seem to call him crazy, but I think there's a lot of truth to his craziness, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been through so much with the industry and Disney. Like, that's all he got is his truth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about how he was saying America isn't like other countries, like how we're so poor, but we got all this money and all these great people, but we're still poor and still in debt. Like he says, because a lot of politicians are making us pay for water, pay for fruit, when we shouldn't even have to be doing that when it's already here for us. Yeah. They're just taxing us for our free stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're still broke. So how does this even make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's how our government does us. China and different places like that, Canada, they work with their people. They support their people. They don't just take all the money. They don't double tax your money. You don't get paid and still pay taxes. It's a lot of different things.
And then make sure you come out of school with some trades or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But here, it seems like, they just want to, beat us down till we're poor and homeless and let the rich get richer. So I feel like Orlando Brown, he has a good point. But a lot of the times when he speaks the truth, people just think he's crazy. But I don't think he's crazy. Sure. I feel like he said it himself. You get the informative Orlando Brown if you pay me enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you don't pay me a lot, I'm just going to be the ignorant Orlando Brown that y'all expect. And I think that...
And you could tell, too, because sometimes he comes educated and sometimes he comes messy as hell, drunk. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't know what you're going to get. Like you said, just imagine what bag.
Yeah. And
whatever bag you give him.
And it's just these days, you know, the spectacle, he knows that if you want the views, I can just make a spectacle. But if you really want that person that really knows what he talking about and he been through it, he going to give it to you. But a lot of people, you know, like I said, they only take him at face value. You know, people don't really, you know, dive deep into anything that he's saying, really. But I think that he's right.
And that's why, I mean, there's a lot of truth to his sanity and, I mean, his insanity and his methods, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I shout out to him, man. I'm glad he's saying what everybody wants to say, man.
Yeah, and he made a little country song. If y'all haven't, go slap that. It was pretty tight.
Nah, he's a great artist. That's what I'm saying. He's multi-talented, and it's like they want to blackball and make him look crazy, you know what I'm saying? Kick him while he's down.
But that's what they created, so they can't get too mad at what the man is now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're just dealing with it. Let him do what he does, man.
Off top, P.
But shout out to him, man. Mm-hmm. Keep spreading that, you know what I mean, that knowledge. We're going to keep it rolling with your boy, Ebk Jaybo, man.
Okay.
So he's back in jail after being caught in days before his NBA YoungBoy tour. He was supposed to go on tour with NBA YoungBoy.
That's what I heard.
And they just caught him in Arkansas or Arkansas, whichever one you want to call it. There's, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't looking too good for him this time. And I don't know how many chances he's going to keep getting, you know what I'm saying? When you're at the top of the world, got everything in your hands, and you still want to mess it off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, what a way to shoot yourself in the foot, you know what I mean? After you get this great opportunity, what a way to knock it down. And I think that's been the story of his career the whole time that he's been famous, you know? Facts. As soon as he gets a little bit of, you know, leeway, you know, he messes it up with going to jail. And I feel like at this point, he got to get away, man. He got to stop messing with these people in the trenches and the ghettos and wherever he going, because now he in different states and he getting locked up. So
getting caught with the same thing he just got caught for. Like,
yeah, so it's not looking too good for bruh. But I mean, the felon thing, since he's already a felon, he might have to sit over there because, you know, their laws is a lot different than in California. Yeah.
And I heard there was a lot of charges like what was it?
Possession of a firearm, controlled substance,
all the same stuff. So it's like a repeating offender type.
Yeah, I think he need to get more smarter. But I mean, then again, he young. You can't really tell these youngsters how to.
He really don't care either. You could tell.
Yeah, he really don't care. But you can't tell these youngsters how to set up their program because I mean they gonna do what they gonna do. And when I was watching the Chicago youngsters, they the same way. You know, they crashing out at an all time high. So
they breeding the crash outs up over there, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. And like I hear a lot of people say that, you know, Stockton artists and Sacramento artists, we trying to mock the Chicago artists and be like them, you know what I mean, and make drill music and stuff like that. But
it's all been going on.
Yeah, I think it's that's been a pattern and it's been trending since we was little, you know, drill
and
music.
They just shined more light on it now. It's more, you know what I'm saying, more lights on Stockton now. There never was. We used to be, it's been negative our whole life. Like
I never heard no positive music really coming out of Stockton. So you're right about that. But Ebk Jaybo, you know, he need to at a certain point, man, like I said, you got to watch who you're around because you're going to have to separate yourself because it ain't going to get too much better from here going forward, just messing up your record, man. And if you get caught in the wrong state, it's going to be good night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I hope the best for little bro, man.
Off top, P. What else you got up for us, though, man?
We going to end it off with your boy Diddy, man. So more is developing as the case goes on, I guess. Cassie's mom wanted to testify against P. Diddy. She just did. Yeah. Saying that she witnessed some of the abuse going on and she knew her daughter was scared, and she was scared for her life. She took out a life insurance on her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to pay Diddy this debt because he said he lost $20,000 dealing with
Cassie?
Yeah, when she was with Kid Cudi. Yeah. So she was scared, so she took out a life insurance because she, you know what I mean, had to pay him back. So it's like, you think that's going to work a little bit, but like, there's so much text messages that they're bringing. You know, shouts out to the Big Headed team and the Big Headed fans. They said a lot about Diddy and about how Cassie and her husband came up with a plot to basically get over on Diddy. Yeah, I've been hearing that too, though. Yeah, and I just seen that in the comments, and I was like, you know, there's a lot of people that's been saying that. So I might have to touch on that at this point because I never knew that Cassie was married. Right, and then all these years later to finally get a lawsuit and come up on P. Diddy, it feels like you guys had a little, you know, plan because you would have did this a long time ago. And then to be up on stand and have your mom up here and your husband and all kind of things, just you're making yourself look bad because you were a part of it. So I don't believe anything Cassie says. I don't believe anything her mom says. I don't believe anything, you know. And I think, like you said, it's a little bit just trying to get him off her back, but she has as much part as it as Diddy has.
Yeah, she
you know
does.
what I'm saying? So it's just like they're gonna piece it together. They're gonna pick the pieces apart, and like you said, they're gonna make her look bad and make him look bad. It's like whoever looks the worst. That's how it's gonna be, though.
Especially calling escorts, and you was calling escorts too, and
he was grooming her to do it.
And then you was doing it on your own sometimes, then telling Diddy to slide through. So
no, like she used to go in and ask if there are cops, and she used, like you said,
like a madam. So I don't know. We'll see, but I feel like Cassie at a certain point, man. She just messing up, bro. And then you had the girl from is it Diddy Kane? Diddy Kane?
Yeah, Danity Kane. Deborah.
Yeah, the girl that she went up there.
I think her name was Deborah.
Yeah, she basically went up there and they said they was just objecting every single thing she was saying because she was lying so much, saying that he used to hit her and stuff like that. And it was like, if he used to hit you and he was this multi-millionaire back then, why didn't you sue him right then, you know? Why are you coming up with all these stories? Like, did someone tell you to say all this stuff, or you just making it up at this point to get him in trouble, or did he not pay you a certain amount of money?
So you think everybody that's coming forth is like just trying to get money? None of it's real. Like all of it's just made up.
I don't know. I just seen an interview with that dude Bugsby or whatever, Tony Bugsby, the one that tried to sue Jay-Z. Yeah. The one that said that he was messing with the little 13-year-old. Mm-hmm. Well, basically, he said all the people that's talking about Diddy and going against Diddy, none of them ever changed their stories. None of them changed their stories about Jay-Z either. It's just the fact that Jay-Z's putting on this pressure that he had to drop the case against Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he felt like none of them ever switched no stories or nothing like that. He's just not going to put up his credibility for someone if he don't know it's the truth. But I think that some of these people, it's like 50-50. Diddy probably yelled at some people. He probably made them sad, or you know how Diddy was.
And it always takes me back to like, why didn't they tell 10 or 20 years ago, like you said? But he was still had too much power. Like,
now he still got power right now too.
But he's in jail, so they know he's at least a little bit. They're a little bit safe now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sort of like, I feel what you're saying, but until he get out, because I don't feel like this is going to hold him for too long, because
the more it unfolds with all these text messages and like they were all in it together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if they would have just got him for a state case, he would have been cooked a long time ago. Like if they would have just got him for, say, like making her do the escorting.
No, and her saying I love
pimping and pandering.
Her saying I love these freak offs. That's detrimental to the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got a lot of other witnesses, but her right there, I'd have been like, man, this is all fake. Once I seen that, if I was a district attorney, I mean, even though y'all really trying to, because you got, I think it's 5 women prosecuting him, 5 white women. So, I mean, when you really look at it, they just trying to take him down, no matter how they, can make it happen.
And then I was watching the Soft Underbelly. Shout out to them, man. He was interviewing that one girl. He used to be with C-Mac.
Oh yeah.
She was saying she was at the P Diddy parties. She was saying the same thing everybody else was saying. But she's not testifying against him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like at a certain point, I feel like she lying though. You know what I mean?
I don't know if she's lying, but
I mean, I think that when I seen that TMZ thing, you talking about C-Mac. I know you talking about the one that's with what's the dude name? The dude that be on No Jumper, Snoopy Badass.
Yeah, his baby mama.
Snoopy Badass, baby mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that she lying. No, I think that, that was a perfect.
I don't think she lied. I just think she's scared to go up there and be up there in the court with all them. That's why she wasn't trying to say too much. But she knows she's seen something. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that she be making up a lot of stories about a lot of different things, because she was talking about Snoopy Badass. That wasn't even the truth, what she was saying about him, but she was just trying to throw him under the bus. Same thing she did with C-Mac, but I just feel like Diddy, he got a chance to win all this.
I'm saying Diddy's way more important figure than they'll ever be. That's why they don't even
facts.
matter.
I don't think that she wants to get up there and really put herself in the mix, but I still don't feel like...
She knows what comes with that. Yeah.
I still don't feel like that she knows as much as she's saying she knows. I think she might been to one of the parties. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's LA. She's a pretty girl. Of course, she might have been to one of the parties. Let's keep it real. But I don't think she seen none of that stuff she's saying. I think she's going on what everybody else says. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, man. But until further, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep y'all informed.
Off top, man.
As it unfolds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's it for this one, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us on another one, man.
It's your boy BZ Mac and the Handicap Assassin.
And it's your boy Big Gotti, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Until the next one, y'all stay safe. God bless.
Let's get it.